Research proposal by Oscar Eduardo Miranda from Universidad San Buenaventura, 2014. Well, before studying or setting up research questions or dealing with objectives or methods, I had to choose a topic that called my attention. And among the ones that I had in my list, I chose the proficiency level students reach in terms of reading and writing levels when dealing with different approaches, basically. And there are different ways for students to learn to read and write, and the idea is to analyze and to evaluate which is the most suitable method in regards of this topic. I had other topics such as motivation levels in children when learning L2 or proficiency levels in students from different school backgrounds. But I decided to choose the one that covers reading and writing. So, in order to do it, I set up a research question, and my research question is the one that follows. What are the differences among students in the first elementary cycle of education that learn to read and write in a second language through the phonological approach and the ones who do it through the global reading method? So the idea is to establish similarities and differences, to establish the most suitable or to identify which is the most suitable method. So in order to do it, I have a general objective, and it's basically analyzing and defining which reading and writing teaching method is the most efficient, is the most suitable in regards of reading and writing and language proficiency. So basically, the specific objectives that I deal with have to do with observing, with analyzing, with identifying. So observing how long it takes for the student following one method or the other to learn how to read and write, or identifying and analyzing the student's attitude when they are dealing with one method or the other, the difficulties the students face, and the similarities and the differences also among the methods. Here you have the specific objectives. So the next thing that we have is the data collection technique, and basically there are many data collection methods, but I finally chose four of them. The first one would be classroom discussions, and the idea is to to hear from teachers from the methods already mentioned, like how they have deal with the different difficulties, what is the perspective they have, what is what could be like the possibilities for them or for the students to reach better standards or to meet better standards. And the second one would be the focused interviewing, and the idea is to interview teachers from one side and the other, and to see or to analyze basically the experience that they have gone through. And the third one would be surveys with closed items, and basically we have closed items because it's easier when evaluating and analyzing the data, the collected data. And the fourth one would be the observations and registers in class interactions, and basically is to see from our own eyes the proficiency levels students reach in one method and the other, the difficulties they face, how the students deal with kinds of texts. We're learning to read and write in one method and the other. And finally, we chose a research method, and basically we're not gonna go through a quantitative method. We're gonna choose a qualitative method, and the one that I decided to use is the qualitative comparative analysis, because it allows the researcher to find similarities and differences from the groups that he or she has selected to analyze communities from the same or different settings at the same period of time. The idea is to analyze the proficiency level in two communities. One is the students that are taught under the phonological approach, and the ones that are taught following the global reading method, and to establish at the end of the research which is the most suitable method when teaching reading and writing in our context. This is the bibliography, and I want to thank you all for your attention, and I will be glad to hear your comments when you can see this video. Thank you so much.